Coming up on this week's episode of Cork County Matters, we're off to ring the iconic Shandon bells. After that, we'll visit the Frisky Irish Whiskey Bar for a bow-ron lesson. But first up, we're off to the Farran woods for a swim, cycle and run. Hi, I'm Judy and welcome to Cork County Matters. We're here today in Farran Woods for the Musgrave Triathlon. It's in its 14th year and it so far has raised €3 million for charities across Ireland. The participants are staff from Musgrave, Centras and SuperValu all over Ireland, and they come here to Farran Woods to compete every year. Last year they raised €200,000 for breakthrough cancer research and Our Lady's Children's Hospital in Crumlin, and this year they're hoping to raise even more. We're going to have a chat with some of the participants, the charities and Managing Director Martin Kelleher about today's event. So I'm here with Martin Kelleher, Managing Director from Musgraves, the man behind the triathlon. Tell us how you're feeling today, Martin.
Well, firstly, I'm far from the man behind the triathlon. There's a brilliant team of people that organise today's event, but it is a great day for all competitors and indeed the charities that we support.
Did you ever take part in the triathlon yourself?
Many years ago I cycled very slowly around, and at a certain stage I realised I was missing the whole triathlon by cycling so slowly. So today I've definitely decided to just do speaking and meeting friends and meeting people that are supporting the triathlon. Travel safely. It looks like the weather is blessing us again this year, so enjoy your day and thank you very much for taking part.
How are you feeling about today, Sarah?
Yeah, not too bad. Bit nervous, but grand, yeah.
Have you competed in a Musgraves triathlon before?
It's my first time. I'm only here since October working in Musgraves, so haven't competed yet.
Are you prepared for today?
Of course, yeah.
Are you competitive?
I think so, yeah. We'll see at the end when we finish cycling.
How are you feeling about the triathlon,
Good,
guys?
very good, yeah. Looking forward to it. It's for a good cause. So every year it's one of the events in the calendar, yeah, it's good.
And have you done it last year?
No, I didn't do it last year, but I did it previous year.
Okay, and are you a bit annoyed that it's on a Saturday and not a Friday or a day off work?
No, it's a family day out, you know, so it's a bit of banter with the lads and hopefully do our best for charity, you know.
How do you actually end up choosing which charities benefit from today's event?
We've had these charities as a long-standing relationship, and it's chosen by our colleagues in SuperValu, Centra and Musgrave, and they selected those charities a long time ago, and we've kept them for the last 14 years.
It's such an amazing opportunity to be involved in a family fun day, and we're so impressed by all the athletes that have taken part today. The funds raised today will go towards our cardiac unit and our outpatients department, which are two very deserving causes within Our Lady's Children's Hospital in Crumlin.
The other charity that we support is Breakthrough Cancer Research, and it's a really powerful charity because it really does try and find cures for some of the cancers that are obviously afflicting many people.
Breakthrough Cancer Research is a charity that's set up to raise money exclusively for cancer research, and in this region we would work with all the clinicians in the different hospitals, and they would be working together with researchers in the lab trying to come up with new treatments for the kind of cancers that can't be cured today. So I mean, in Ireland there's about 36,000 cancers diagnosed every year, and about 8,800 of the people who get diagnosed won't survive. And so the whole focus of Breakthrough Cancer Research is to find new treatments and save the people that can't be saved yet. And that's what we're all about. So I think the kind of money raised from these days goes directly into research and has an enormous impact. And so it's really, really important, and a great thing that Musgraves are helping us out in this way. We're very fortunate that later this year our research centre is going to move to a new state-of-the-art laboratory, and one of the things that we need to do is raise a little bit of money to finish off some of the rooms and do the equipment. But that means that the money that we're going to use for today will do a purpose-built room within that new research centre, and so for generations people will actually benefit it, because new treatments will be coming out of that lab. We hope to have new treatments going into trial in the autumn, and that wouldn't be made possible without having these kind of facilities and equipment behind us. So that's where the money's going to go, and we'll be really delighted to be able to show people around in the future and say this is where that money went, and this is how your money is making a big difference. I mean, our scientists genuinely believe that we're only a couple of generations away from a future free of cancer altogether, where people will be able to live with it as a chronic condition. So this new state-of-the-art lab will actually have impact for many, many years to come, and it wouldn't really be possible without events like this and companies like Centra and SuperValue. So we're really, really proud that this Cork-based laboratory is going to get support from this Cork-based company and have an impact for generations to come.
And why is the triathlon held in Cork?
Yeah, well, one of the main reasons is the facilities that we have here. The National Rowing Centre is behind us, and it's a really useful facility. The dam obviously creates a lovely place to swim, and the run around the Farran Woods is obviously very enjoyable for everybody as well. So it's a really good place to base the triathlon.
Nice day, isn't it?
So we just got absolutely drenched there. I don't envy the cyclists or the runners at all at the moment. Owen from Breakthrough Cancer Research is now taking us around the cycle route, so we get to see it from this perspective.
Well, I have been involved with the charity for many years on a voluntary basis, and unfortunately my own father died of cancer just over 3 years ago, and I suppose when it arrives on your own doorstep it does put things in perspective somewhat, and I suppose it gave me more motivation to get involved that bit more, and when the position came up I was delighted to try and really drive on the research to make a difference for the patients who are suffering from cancer. People like to support in different ways, and if it means people are already getting out on their bike or getting out and running and they want to do something in a fun way, here's a great way that they can support two great causes in this case, in Breakthrough Cancer Research and the Children's Medical Research Fund of Our Lady's Hospital in Crumlin. So it's a great way for people to get involved.
So I'm here with Anne O'Sullivan from the fundraising office at Breakthrough Cancer Research. She's standing at around the 15-kilometre mark of the cycle. How are you getting on, Anne?
We're doing very well. The rain has kept away. We haven't had any showers so far.
We got drenched there earlier. We must have been standing under a cloud.
You must have been. We've had the sunshine here since I've been here with the last hour and a half. There's 3 water stops on the whole route, and just to make sure that they're manned and there's plenty of people there, and we can all go back then for lovely food back in Farran Woods when it's all over.
So I'm here with Brian, a Centra retailer, and he just finished the swim. How did you get on?
Got on fine. Just did the 400, so it's the short one. So it's only about 16 lengths of a pool, so not too challenging and good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun.
And are you here to support the rest of your staff?
Yeah, we've 6 stores, but we have 4 teams in today's event. I think we've about 12 of our staff, and they're participating in it. Some running, some cycling, and some swimming. So here to support them as well and have a bit of fun.
Did you do a lot of training for the event?
Absolutely not. For me anyway, it was just a bit of fun, and I think for most of us it's like that. It's like a family fun day. Some of the guys took it a little bit more serious and I think did a bit more training, but most of it is just a bit of fun.
You know, it's all about taking part. You know, everybody enjoys the day out. It's a family fun day. My own 5-year-old is here doing some sampling with some Ferrero products as well, so it's good to get everybody involved.
Oh, hello!
Here she arrives in just in time.
What's your job today? What's your job today?
That's Kinder Penguins.
The Kinder Penguins. Are you eating them all yourself?
No.
No. And are you going to do a bit of running or swimming today?
No.
No, not today. Not today. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
The event has been running for 14 years now. Have you been involved in it since the beginning?
Yeah, I've been in Musgrave from that time, obviously in different roles. But what's great is the amount of money, obviously, that we collect. But the event has gone from strength to strength. And probably the biggest change over the last number of years is the Family Fun Day that you may be able to see later on, where people bring their families, have a great day out, watch the mum or the dad, splutter their way around the cycle or the run, and everyone has a great family day. So, and that's what Musgrave and SuperValue and Centra is about: community and family.
Here we go now. We want you to go in amongst all those tables and pick up all the lazy mums and dads and boys and girls that are sitting around right now. We want as many people back over here for the big finale.
McCarthy family. They're just after finishing the cycle and the run part. How did you get on?
Very good. There's just over an hour, so we didn't do too bad.
And you did the cycle as well, did you?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Did you have to do a lot of training?
Yeah.
How did you get on?
Oh, it was tough. Lap 1 is too quick maybe, and I just held on for lap 2 and 3. It was grand. I felt grand at the finish. It's hard enough. It's warm today as well. Yeah.
Did you get caught in the rain?
Yeah, just a wee lift. We got a good shower, so we stopped to put on the jackets, didn't we, Dave? Yeah. And we were okay then.
It was good crack, that's it. Yeah.
So it's a good day for making friends as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, triathlon's very friendly,
It is, yeah.
collegiate sport,
It is, actually,
so yeah.
Did you have a fun day today?
It was great fun. And we had a whole team here today. We had 18 people competing, so it was really good. And every year we come out with a new t-shirt for the event. So this year we answer which came first, the chicken or the egg.
And do your turn. So are you going to come back next year?
Of course, we were here last year. We'll be back next year. We'll be back the year after.
If we will be healthy, we come back.
Yeah, it's a brilliant cause, so of course, great day out. We love it.
Great day.
Love it.
The finish line is coming down, and that's it for the Musgrave Triathlon 2015. It was a fantastic day. We got to see loads of different stuff, and it's for excellent charities and causes. If you have a charity or event that you'd like to get featured on Irish TV, email us at cork@irishtv.ie. And stay tuned, we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Cork County Matters. As you can probably hear, we're outside Cork's iconic Shandon Bells, and we're going to head inside and meet Cliff, a volunteer tour guide who's going to show us around. Thanks for having us here, Cliff.
You're very welcome. This has been the site of religious worship since the year 1300. This present building was built in 1722 on the site of a medieval church which stood here until 1690. It's wonderful because this is a working church. We have 2 services every Sunday, weddings, funerals and baptisms. Many people like to come and sit quietly in St Anne's. We have prayer slips here also, and all the prayers go on the altar on Sunday. Well, here we have display cases with some ancient books within them. We have a geometry book from 1693. There's a medical book from 1648. The Hospital Surgeon is called. I don't think I'd like to have a heart transplant in 1648, but they're here. And it's beneath the War Memorial, dedicated to the parishioners who died in the First World War. And we have the wreaths here on display. We have 4 stained glass windows in St Anne's, Shandon. I'm glad the sun is shining this morning because the first window here is called the Transfiguration window. Jesus was on a mountain and there was a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, hear him." And it's lovely because it's facing to the east. So when the sun is rising in the morning, you get a glorious golden light shining through the church. Just over that side, we have another window, which is Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead after 4 days. And it says at the bottom, "I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day." The other window this side is very colourful, particularly in the afternoons when the sun is swinging round. It shows the Good Samaritan window. A man was beaten and robbed, and the Samaritan came to help the poor injured man. The balcony behind us was constructed in the 1700s, and the organ is working perfectly at the moment. 956 pipes. The old pews at the back used to stretch right down to the front, but in recent years we've put in more modern seating, and it has the goldfish carved on the back of each one. Well, we have here a model of St Anne's, Shandon, which was made by a local man. It took him 5 years to make it, and when he died, his relatives donated it to the church, which was very kind of them. It's made of thousands and thousands of matchsticks. Incredible workmanship. And he put lollipop sticks on the roof. And it's very popular with all the children that come and visit us. They love to look at the model of the church made of matchsticks. So as I say, it's a really working church, but it's a lovely silent space to come and think and contemplate and pray. So that's really the nave of the church explained to you. Shall I go up and ring the bells?
Yes, let's do it.
Well, we've got an octave of bells here, Judy. The 8 ropes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, go up to the 8 bells. And we have tunes here that visitors can play. The easiest one is Kumbaya. So if I call out the numbers, would you have a go? It's Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. Just play the first line.
I feel like I'm on the Crystal Maze.
And that's the heaviest bell.
Okay.
And pull it out to yourself.
Okay.
8, 4, 6, 3, 3, 4. Well done, Julie. Well done.
Really fun.
So it's great for tourists to come and to be able to pull the bells.
Who are Bob and Joan?
Bob and Joan are the 2 school children here. There used to be a school here called the Greencoat School in 1716, and the 2 statues stood on the gate's pillars. But when it was demolished, they salvaged the remains of the statues and they placed them here by the bell ropes. Let's go up to the next level. After you.
The Shandon Tower is also known as the four-faced liar to Cork people. Can you tell us about that?
Well, you can see the 4 spindles going out to the 4 faces, and over the years, a couple of the faces were a bit slower than the others. Basically, the clock mechanism need a thorough refurbishment, and that was carried out last year. It took weeks to do it, but we're keeping our fingers crossed, and everything's working perfectly now.
So the people in Cork don't have to be in constant confusion all the time now anymore?
No, let's hope not. On the next level are the bells, and 8 bells, so they could be going off at any time with people ringing them downstairs. So we encourage people just to put these ear protectors on as they're passing the bells.
Okay, let's do it.
We're on the parapet now. The tower is 170 feet high, and when you get here you have a lovely panorama of the city. You can see right down to Fitzgerald's Park and County Hall, around to the Opera House, and working down the river towards the bus office and out to the harbour. And at the other side you've got a lovely view of the North Cathedral and up to Gronabrocha Church.
The city just looks so condensed from here.
Yes, it's lovely for tourists because they can't really get lost.
I'm sure you can keep an eye on them from up here anyway.
Yes, we certainly can.
Did you manage to climb to the very top and see the views?
Oh yes, it was beautiful and it was not difficult to get up.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really a good experience. And, you know, it was kind of raining and, you know, the sun was shining at the same time when we were up there. So we got a nice little rainbow at the same time. So.
Would you recommend the Shandon Bells to your friends?
Absolutely, absolutely.
The views from the top are absolutely spectacular, and if you haven't made the 132-step climb before, I'd highly recommend it. Now it's off to the city centre, to the Frisky Irish Whiskey Bar for a Bowron lesson. We're here in the heart of Cork City on Oliver Plunkett Street, and I'm about to head upstairs to the Frisky Irish Whiskey Bar to meet Tony and Brian at the Bowron Circle. Tell us a little bit about the history of the Bowron.
Basically, I suppose the Bowron originated on a farm is one of the stories where we found out
that it was used as a sieve. There was holes in the skin, and it was used as a sieve for sorting out the chaff from grain. And one bright spark and it decided to turn it up on its side, and it made a sound. So the bodhrán was born, and it was incorporated into Irish music then.
It's just like any other drum, so it's evolved. So all these, we've kind of just using different sticks nowadays just to get different sounds. Like this would be your traditional sound. But we use these things now called, well, I think the official term is called hot rods, but they're just kebab sticks with a bit of gaffer tape. So you can see here it gives it a bit of a different sound. And this thing is actually, it's called the clave. It's actually a Cuban instrument. There's normally another one, and they click them together, but it's kind of evolved over the years. Some players use it on the back of the skin and instead of your hand, so you get this kind of weird, almost African talking drum type sound. So, yeah. So, and I'm always grabbing new sticks that I find around the house or something I think looks cool. Like this was off a, I think this was off a chime set or something like that, but it gives it a kind of a, it's good for songs and stuff. It's a bit softer. So there's no rules. Basically, there's no rules with this instrument, and it keeps changing, and I keep breaking the rules anyway. And trying new things and listening to different types of music and see the different sorts of sounds that I can get out of this thing, you know?
Basically, when we come in, it's over 2 hours. We come in and we play about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour of tunes and maybe get the atmosphere going. Then we invite any of the tourists or anyone that's in the pub that wants to come in and sit around our bodhrán circle. And basically we give them a crash course on bodhrán playing. You hold the stick like you're writing on your t-shirt. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You alright, Julie? Getting there. Yeah. That's it. And then you point it towards yourself, and that gives you your position then for the bodhrán. Every week it's after getting bigger and bigger. We had Ryan Tuberty in with us as well one day. He decided to come in and join us for a bodhrán lesson. So, but it's great fun. It's based around having a bit of fun with the bodhrán and just introducing people that come to Ireland about, I suppose, one of our instruments.
I'm with Rose, who is sitting beside me, and you seem to be much better than me, Rose. How did you get on?
I loved every moment of it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I think they should do more of that in the Irish pubs around Ireland, because that's what us travellers want. We want to get involved, and I just love the Irish music and that whole, the rhythm, and I loved it.
And practice at home, even on a book, if you've got a large book or a photo album, something that doesn't make as much noise as a bodhrán, and you can just practice your hand movements on it.
Well, I'm off home to get some more practice. If you'd like to be featured on Irish TV, email us at cork@irishtv.ie and check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you back here next week.